Hi guys, Opie Dave here.
And I'm Ash.
Together we are Opie Dave and I'm Ash.
Yes, we are.
Are you alright?
I am.
Are you sure?
I went from like laughing, crying, absolutely loving this, what was it? Wheeler Walker Jr. to Bill Burr, who, again, like I've just been explaining to Dave, I don't know what it is. If another comedian did the exact same skit, I'd be crying laughter. It's something about Bill Burr that just rubs me the wrong way.
Your heightist. It's because he's pretty short.
He keeps saying this. He's trying to find like a reason, like it's height or the fact that he's ginger or whatever it is. It's not. I don't know what it is. It's just, you know, when you meet someone and instantly you're just like, ew, you're really annoying. I really dislike everything that comes out of your mouth. Like, you're so annoying. I just want to punch you. That's what Bill Burr makes me feel. I don't know why.
The first bit we reacted to was there's no reason to hit a woman.
And I found it really funny, didn't I?
You did, but...
It irritated me.
It irritated you.
And I've laughed so hard. Like I said, like, my dad would tell me, like, jokes about women and stuff like that. I grew up around things like that. I find it funny. It's just Bill Burr. Yeah. He just bothers me.
Mission accomplished, Bill.
But this is it. So all of you guys seem to keep voting for more of it. And every time I see him, I get more and more irritated. He is funny. I can appreciate that. But it's just something about him that just...
And that is why it's a reaction. Because if it was just us sat there going, he's great, I love him.
I can't fake it. You know I can't. It's like one of the videos... One of the videos that literally at the end of it, I was like, put it straight on Patreon. That made me so angry.
That wasn't Bill Burr.
No, it wasn't Bill Burr. It was a completely different thing. Like, but if you ever think that I'm faking something on a reaction, you can tell instantly by my face, especially if you see that video on Patreon. Our whole face changes and I'm instantly like, no. God.
Right then.
Sorry.
Back to comedy and one of Bill Burr's friends, the late great Patrice O'Neill.
Yes, yeah, I like Patrice.
Allegedly, Patrice, in real life, if he took a disliking to someone, was an awful human to him. Like, they would all sit roasting each other and stuff, and apparently, like, even Bill Burr said to this day, years after Patrice died, he has arguments with Patrice while he's driving. Like, full-blown, in his head, just argues with him about stuff.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
A very unique character, without a doubt. And we're carrying on the race thing. So we just did Bill Burr, How You Know the N-Word is Coming. This is Patrice O'Neill, I'm not racist, but go back to Africa. Yeah, Ash, go back to Africa.
People have actually said that to me a few times.
Actually, don't. I like you being here. Quite
Good.
fond of you.
There's not much left back home anyway.
And look at everything I've got to offer. Anyway, right, Patrice O'Neill, I'm not racist, but go back to Africa. Let's do it.
It's very quiet.
How many people getting sick of the Hindu obstacle course at the airport? It's just, it's. I mean, I'm a racist, but it's getting. And I don't mind foreigners, but don't be from your country. Like, it's okay to be originally from there, like your parents and grandparents, but you can't be from India and ibble-dabble for my ibble-dabble ID. You go, what the fuck? I know I'm American. I gotta be more American than you, because I don't go ibble-dabble, ibble-dabble, ID, boarding pass. Man, I know my voice proves I'm American. Like, I need an American voice to ask me for my shit. But you can't get rid of the double day dudes because they're amazing. Like, who else will work at a 24-hour Brooklyn gas station with no bulletproof vest and no gun? And curse niggas out if they don't have less than a 50. I dibble-dabble. Dibble-dabble. You need something smaller, please. Double. Double day. You can't.
Can you imagine someone trying to do this bit nowadays? It'd be like,
it'd be so bad. But it's so funny.
Do just no one doesn't give a fuck like Patrice didn't give a fuck about anything.
I love him.
Double day. You can't get rid of them because they do jobs nobody else is going to do. That's why you can't really listen. What is this thing where we trying to get Mexicans out this country? Who else is going to work without Mexicans? And who else is going to work? Who else would drive a bicycle on the highway? Who else would ride wait a minute. Who else would ride a bicycle on the highway against traffic to deliver you a panini sandwich for lunch? On time. Who else is gonna kick in your hotel door to make your bed besides some little Mexican woman who has an ethic? She has to make your bed. I have to make, hello? And she knocks, and she fucking punches the door, and she scares the shit out. She kicks the fucking door, and the chain is on. Hello? And you're like, miss, the chain is on. I'm alive. The chain's on the door. You don't have, ma'am, please. Look, please, I must make your bed. I must make your bed. I must make your bed. Please, please. Please. Oh. We pull out a fucking Ideos Mio shit. Please. And she's trying to squeeze in through the space, through the chain space. Like, hello? Hello? I must make you, hello?
Do you know what that makes me think of?
Go on.
Family Guy Consuela. No. Mr. Batman not here.
Yeah, you're right.
That's exactly what it makes me think of.
I wish I never traveled, for real, because I would like to just never had travel outside this country, and then I could hate America and be happy, you know what I'm saying? But I traveled, and now it's like I like America, but I still hate, it's weird, I hate it, but it's nowhere better, because all I got to really deal with is racist crackers like that, and it's funny, because like, black people really don't look at white people with like, you're the oppressor anymore. It's just something we do. It's just like we like not liking white people, and white people like not liking us. It's like, that's just what we do. It's just, because I'm not going nowhere, and I'll kill a motherfucker he tell me to go like back to Africa. But listen, I'm talking to black people. Stop that fucking horse shit, that go back to Africa shit. First of all, Africans don't like black people. That's first of all. They don't like.
Maybe you don't nod your head so enthusiastically.
Well, no.
I know, I'm joking.
It's obviously I experienced that culture back home, and it's true. It's exactly what he's saying.
It's so much of the identity is around being African, but actually you go to Africa and people are like, no, we're African.
Yeah.
You're not African.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. That's why I'm nodding.
I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Go back to Africa shit. First of all, Africans don't like black people. That's first of all. They don't like us. And what the fuck am I gonna do in Africa? Besides fighting some war, wearing sweatpants and tuxedo shoes with a fucking with a fucking machete in my hand with a pair of fucking tuxedo shoes and a knife, fighting some goofy ass fucking war. Fuck it.
Now I love.
Oh, Bill Burr in your face.
I know, too loud as well. You know why I was nodding.
I was joking.
Don't think like that.
No one thinks like that. Everyone knows that you're
I grew up in that culture, and I know exactly what he's talking about.
The people you grew up with don't like people who identify their whole persona about being African.
About being African.
When they're not actually African.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ralphie May's got a similar bit about it, which he's
talked about showing me a few times.
We're going to react to at some point.
It is. So I that's why I was nodding enthusiastically. Don't flip it.
I was joking. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be with you if I thought you actually thought
exactly.
Like that. I probably would, actually. You're pretty fit.
Oh, thanks.
You've got some features that I'd let some things slide.
I wouldn't. I mean, you're gorgeous, but that behaviour is just wrong.
I agree.
It's a good thing you're not.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love
Patrice.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely adore him. I'm loving more and more that you were showing me. He's so funny. He just gets it. But yes, you're right. I don't think this would translate well amongst some of the modern sort of...
I think, like, I've heard a lot of comics talk about it and say you can still say whatever you want. You just have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I guess so.
don't think Patrice wasn't getting pushed back for the jokes he was making at that point. And it's just you don't have the internet mob trying to cancel you. But
True.
You'd still have gatekeepers that give out comedy specials.
Yeah.
So I think it's always been there to a degree.
Yeah. I suppose there's always things like Mrs. Brown's Boys and stuff like that, and there's still comics that are actually bad.
that premise of going back to Africa has been used since, and I don't know who did it first, but there's definitely been TV shows or movies or whatever where they've taken like African Americans and dropped them in Africa, and they're going, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, what?
No.
Yeah, I want to go home.
Yeah, it's like, you're not African.
Yeah.
And it's like I've said to you, like, I do still identify as Zimbabwean and African, but I've been here longer than I have been in Zimbabwe. This is my 20-year anniversary in this country.
Is it?
1st of April. And then we left when I was 16. So I am getting to that point where, as much as I will never forget my heritage, I am more British than I am African. I've been out long enough that I cannot say that I am truly African.
But you're born there.
But I'm born and raised there.
And your dad is African.
Yes.
Your mum?
She was born in Gillingham, Kent, actually.
So your mum...
And they moved over when she was in her teens. That's how I got my British nationality, is because my mum. So
the Ralphie May bit, we will react to it, but the premise is, you're American, you're not African American.
Yes.
It's like you should be proud of the fact that you're American.
Absolutely.
And so it's like kind of celebrate who you are rather than like be on, just all be about your forefathers and your ancestors and things like that.
Absolutely. Because like I just said there, I'm very proud of my African heritage, and I will never forget the culture I was brought up in, but I am definitely more British now. And I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of Britain. And there's something about the Brits. They're a fascinating culture.
We are.
I hated you guys at first, but,
All the stuff people say, all the oppressors and colonisers and all that sort of stuff, you only go back a couple of generations. All my family is Scottish and Irish.
I know.
So it's like, I don't think I was the one, and my ancestors were the ones going out there taking everyone's stuff.
No.
I think we were the ones wearing kilts trying to fight the ones that were going and doing all that. But again, that's not me. I'm English. No. I'm fully an English person.
I'm more British now. But I will never forget my African heritage. I'm still very proud of my Zimbabwean heritage.
You should be. I think everyone should be proud of where they're from.
Yeah.
Regardless of where it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say national pride.
But I wouldn't say I'm
like
African British.
Local pride and pride in your surroundings and where you're from is how people make a better place to be from.
But also being proud of the country you have decided to reside in.
Yeah.
So like that, like if you were born and raised or even living, like if someone moves to Australia, be proud of being part of the Australian nation. Never forget your roots, never forget who you are and where you come from, but be proud of the country you are residing in and the culture that you have assimilated into.
Assimilation's the word, isn't it? Which I think can be some connotations if it's said by the wrong person in the wrong way, but essentially you should assimilate whilst keeping your own culture close to your heart.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't fully believe in cultural appropriation, because I think if you move to someone else, this is going to get deep now. If you move to someone else's country, absolutely keep your heritage in your heart and stuff like that. But you do also have to assimilate to a degree with the locals to get on and for it to be normal.
Yeah,
but you could argue that's cultural appropriation, assimilation. And it's kind of like, actually, but you should, everyone should get on and you should borrow bits of each other's cultures and everyone should.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. It's like I saw on Instagram where a guy from, I think, China, I'm probably getting this wrong, but he comes over to England specifically to try the British Chinese food because it's so different. But again,
it's not proper Chinese food, is it?
But we've culturally appreciated it, as you say, and appropriated it, and it's come from obviously
But it's made by Chinese
immigration.
people.
That's it.
Yeah.
But they've made it to suit the British palate, and it's become a British Chinese sort of. It's part of the culture here.
A lot of Indian foods like that.
Yeah.
Chicken tikka masala was invented in Glasgow.
Well, it's also
Scottish.
The what's the one with the coconut milk? Korma as well.
Is korma not Indian?
I don't believe so. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I think someone said to me it's definitely got more, like, it's more sweet than how they have it originally. Yeah. So this is it. And I've also heard Americans saying that, like, Mexican food is very, very different to how they make it. And I think that is cultural appreciation.
It's like Tex-Mex style Mexican food.
Yeah.
Actual Mexican food.
It's not a disrespect. It's going, that's amazing. Let's fit it in and make it part of our culture. It's not stealing. It's not ruining it. It's, we appreciate amazing things. We're going to put our own cultural spin on it and grow it from there. And it's bonding. I think that's how we break down our borders.
Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise you put up more. You're not allowed to dress like that. You're not allowed to eat that food. You're not allowed to do that.
That's not fair. Who says that you have, the rights over your culture?
Well, plus we don't grow any spices in the UK, so I've got to believe that because I like putting spices in my food. And that's,
I think we do grow some, but not many. It's not hot enough here.
No. Anyway, we are digressing
and deep
massively.
Discussions again, yes.
That's just because I wound you up by insinuating something that wasn't true. Make sure you like and subscribe. There will be loads more Patrice, because I think we've found someone who you, for an offensive comic, you're a big fan of.
I am a huge fan of him. As I said to you, I'd love things like that. It's just something about Bill Burr. Just...
the bald ginger bastard.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way he comes across. His personality just bothers me.
Make sure you like
persona, maybe, because it's probably not his personality; it's his stage persona.
Yeah, I think he's probably quite a nice guy in real life.
I'm sure he is.
But he still will call anyone out on the bullshit,
which I respect deeply in a person. But again, his stage persona just.
Make sure you like and subscribe. What else? What else do people do? Just carry on watching. We love everyone.
Get up in the comments. Make sure you leave suggestions. I am always there looking out for new things to watch and to react to. We're also running a thing at the moment to do some dad jokes. So please get your best dad jokes in those comments. I'll be screenshotting without reading them. Just obviously say dad joke warning or dad joke incoming. And then Dave and I are going to blindly react to a whole bunch of them.
We're just going to read them to each other with a few drinks and see who cracks first.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, guys.
Bye.